Hello YouTube, this is Darkon633 and today I'm bringing a review of the Transformers Robots in Disguise Warrior Class Optimus Prime. Now, this one's kind of a skeptical figure not because of the design per se. I really do like the design, but I can see why there is a major problem in terms of scale, since even though he is taller in robot mode, his vehicle mode / alt mode is completely out of scale, and he should be a lot bigger for the type of vehicle he is. But overall, I still really like the design of the figure, and I'm actually glad to finally own a representation of this design of Optimus Prime. Now, Optimus Prime is a bit on the weird, scaling with itself. I'm trying to figure out what the word is. The anatomy's kind of off. As you can see, his arms are extremely bulky. His head is extremely small, and then his legs also. It's just, he's not really in scale with the rest of his body, but it's still an okay figure, I think, overall. Anyways, we'll take a look at the box. It shows a picture of Optimus Prime here from the left. Robots in Disguise, Transformers, Optimus Prime. On the back, it shows you the instructions how to transform, and I think it's kind of cool that they actually made it on the cart still instead. And 9 steps to transform and so on, and some other stuff on the back. But anyways, just to show a quick comparison before we go into transformation, as you can see, he is actually taller than Bumblebee and some of the other Autobots. Just to show another comparison, we're just going to put Strongarm here for the heck of it. Strongarm is shorter than Bumblebee. Not really shorter, but around the same height. Actually, no. Actually, she's a little bit taller. Sometimes she's a little bit shorter, but that's just the way that I pose her. But as you can see, she is pretty well scaled, and it'd be nice if I actually get in camera. Sorry about that. It's pretty good scale, personally, in Robot, though. I guess he should be a little taller, but there isn't much you can do since Hasbro decided to cut costs in order to make it a little bit more child-friendly this time around. Anyways, for articulation-wise, his head can go around that far, but then kind of bend in due to transformation, so there isn't much articulation get up there. His arms are on a swivel, so it allows full movement up in 360. He doesn't have really that much of a shoulder joint, because this is mostly just during transformation, not so much a shoulder joint. He's got bolt-jointed arms, but they do kind of get in the way thanks to the big bulky pieces on his hands. The cool part, though, is that he does actually have a full 360 waist articulation due to transformation. His legs are on hinges, and also a swivel down there as well. Bend at the knee. And that's about it, since he doesn't have any feet articulation. Now, it comes with this really rather small kind of axe, which kind of resembles the fall Cybertron design of his weapon. It's cool, but it is a bit small. But, oh well. I'm not sure exactly if this thing can really store in the back or anything. Technically, it could store back here due to the way the peg is. So you kind of give him this way where you could just plug this in, and then fortunately it just looks kind of awkward where it's placed. But I guess theoretically you can also take the hole here and just peg it onto the side, so he's now got this big axe on his shoulder, which is kind of odd. But overall, there isn't that really a good way to store this thing in robot mode, which is a bit unfortunate. His transformation, on the other hand, is actually quite simple. What you're going to do is turn the shoulders like this, pushing the head so that it gets out of the way. Turn this around, and then you're going to turn these pieces inward like this. Turn these hand pieces around. I'm going to peg up here. So there you have the front part of his cab. Now for the trailer piece, what you're going to do is turn this around so that this faces upward like this. Peg them together. Open up the panels on his feet here, both sides. And you're going to align this properly so that there's a piece here that's going to actually slide into a little pegged in there, so get everything sorted. So it's actually, let's see exactly where, I don't exactly know where it pegs in, but once I get everything aligned, it should to peg him like that. So it looks like that. And there you have Optimus Prime in his vehicle mode. Anyways, here he is in vehicle mode. As you can already see, it's a lot smaller than it really should be. He is supposed to be a 10-wheel truck, but in the type of vehicle he is, this absolutely makes no sense how small it is next to another vehicle. Just to show it in comparison with the Bumblebee, as you can see, a truck really should be way bigger than the Camaro slash whatever type of car this is, like a futuristic kind of Camaro for the new show. It's really not that good at scale in vehicle mode, so that's a bit unfortunate. He kind of would have to be a bigger figure just to be in scale with the vehicle mode as well, so if you're those who are more fans of the vehicle modes rather than the robots, then this really isn't that kind of a good design in terms of scaling. Now, just like in robot mode, and it looks a lot better in this mode actually, sliding in the axe here is the way to pretty much store the axe in vehicle mode, and it's got its piece sticking out, but at least there is a way to store it. At least all the wheels do turn, so that's good. So overall, it's a cool figure, though it does have its own set of issues. Now, while Optimus may not be the best in terms of scale with the other characters, especially since he is the Autobot leader, well, original Autobot leader, since Bumblebee is going to be most likely the leader for most of the series, since they're trying to play that out with the commercials and so on. But I really think this is still a really nice design of an Optimus, and while there is a 3-step Optimus, which is a lot bigger and should be a little bit better in scale, it just doesn't look that impressive because of the way 3-step changers are. For me, although the Grimlock may not be the best figure either, I still think that it's still got some pretty cool parts with the Grimlock, and the fact that at least it's a big representation of Grimlock, that's okay with me. That some articulation might have been a lot hindered on that toy. But in terms of old design, I still really like this Optimus, and I still recommend picking him up if you happen to find him. This I got along with Drift and Fix-It at Target, and it was actually at the regular around $15 price point, so anything more would definitely be a ripoff, but it depends on the type of store you get in there, since some stores like Toys R Us have increased the prices of deluxes and so on, but I still think it's still worth the pickup, especially if you're an Optimus Prime fan or just a fan of Robots in Disguise cartoon and so on. But overall, I still think it's nice, and I recommend picking them up. Anyways, please comment, subscribe, check out Hero Otaku and the associated podcast on Rajio, Nihon, WRW, Hero Talk, and Hero News, and I'll see you on YouTube. Bye.